When does the Jason Lee interview drop, babes? The Jason interview drops. I don't know, but it's real messy. He was trying to be messy a little bit, but I had my guard up the whole time because I really didn't want to speak negative about anybody that he was asking me about, for real. He brought up so many people's names. I said what I said. He made a point. He like, okay, so you was with, he was like, so you was just with Jonathan, but tomorrow's the baby shower. Like, how do you make that make sense? Like, don't you want better for yourself? Da, 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 da. And I was just explaining to him, like, I'm going to be honest, nothing of that got really nothing to do with me. Me and Jonathan can really be siblings for real. Like, I just have unconditional love for him. Like, he deal with people, I deal with people. It just so happens when I deal with him, y'all blow it up and out of proportion. That's one. Two, he asked me like, oh, so when the last time you had sex with Jonathan? I said 2 years ago. He asked me about, he did the smash or pass game. I said, let's do marry and pass. The first person he asked was, he gonna ask, Jason Lee gonna ask, would you marry or pass Drake? I said, hi Drake. Like, I don't know. He was just, the interview was just so messy. He said, would you marry and pass Lil Baby? Didn't he give you his number? Wasn't he whispering in your ear? Da da da. Like, he was just, the interview was just name dropping people, and I was trying to keep it from just it being real messy. Like, nah, like, I don't know what you talking about. I'm just chilling. Like, no, he real cool and real person, but he was just encouraging me to do better, be better. You feel me? Want better for myself. I didn't really like it because it's like, when you meet certain people in real life, you do not name dropping them or being messy about them in interviews. You really just respect their privacy, and whatever encounter you had is just what it was. You don't make it into a thing. You feel what I'm saying? This is how you started off with the Drake question. Oh, so Drake follow you. Would you marry or pass him? And I'm like, hi Drake. Like, I'm just being so respectful. Like, he got a lot going on. And he doing good for himself. Like, I was just trying. Like, then he brought up Michael B. Jordan. I never met Michael B. Jordan. Whatever the case may be. That's the only one that I pushed Mary on, because out of all the people, I was just wanted to participate in the game. So I don't know how messy this interview gonna look like. He was doing marry and pass. Child, I should have said pass all of them for real, because I don't really like that, all that attention. Oh yeah, and then he interviewed, he was like, okay, so your sister said that you insinuated that you killed Ronnie. Blueface insinuated that you killed Ronnie, you a setup girl. What you have to say about that? And I was just like, basically, people that's hurt, that really don't dislike me, of course, they'll try to, like, throw me under the bus. And I get it. Like, you know, when you beef with people, you go below the belt. But that was way below the belt, because the reason why I say it was way below the belt, bro, I really did love that nigga Ronnie. Like, we was tight. I grew up with him. I used to live with him and his family. Like, so when people was, like, trying to use something that I was, like, someone close to before we fell out, because he fell out because of the clout and the money. Like, he wanted money, he wanted clout. I cut all ties for it. When I cut all access, he retaliated. Because I was still, when we stopped dealing with each other, I still was his friend. And then, while I've still been his friend, at the time when I did smoke weed, he was my plug. I used to just cop weed for him, da da da. It got to a point when I stopped smoking, when I stopped dealing with him completely, like, hey, we're not really that friends, da da da, because he was an emotional person. So I'm explaining all of this to Jason Lee, like, then they asked about Marsh, like, oh, so how do you feel about, like, Marsh betraying you? Like, how do you just be picking people and they just turn their back on you and da 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 da? And I was just like, I have nothing bad to say about anybody. Like, the interview was real messy, like, to the point when I was like low key, uncomfortable. As you get the interview, it's like opening a can of worms for people to react, respond, and I don't think I'm really like in that. At first, I used to not care. Like, all right, when I hung out in LA and stuff, and first, you know, I'm streaming, I'm trolling. That's cool. That's one thing. But when I got in a fight and it was public, and when I was just, it just looked bad. You feel what I'm saying? Like, the old Krishana didn't care how bad things looked. I could tell, like, this weekend kind of like bothered my spirit a little bit. Like, ooh, I don't like looking like that. It been a long time since I looked like that. Like, so now I gotta, like, really do some working on myself, isolating myself, and just playing it how I was playing it before. Like, in my word, at church, starting over, just recovering from being sucked into that type of light. So, to be honest, do I take anything back and stuff like that? No, because when you go through things, you learn a lot. So, what I learned all my weaknesses. My weaknesses is
Bluetooth connected.
The person I love, which is Blue. But now we kind of deal with each other in a way where it's mutual. Like, all right, you know what I'm saying? You got something going on over there. I got something going on over here. It's not all the way like what y'all think is up to be, because whatever, like, we got mad love for each other, chat. Like, we do. Like, he really, I know for sincere, like, I done something to him. It's just the fact that we don't be seeing eye to eye, so I stay away. Like,